Tonight, we are here for the Skyway Network. Present on our panel tonight to listen to the discussion, we have the Skyway Network Chief, which is LaTanya McDade. We have Chief John Price from the Burnham Network. We have Todd Bobbins, which is the Chief Transformation Officer. And also we have the Southside High School Network Chief, Arthur Slater. Tonight there will be 10 schools speaking. Each school will have 6 minutes to speak by their chosen speaker. 6 minutes. We want to be respectful of all the speakers. We want to give everyone an opportunity to speak tonight. My name is John Scott. I'm from Family and Community Engagement of Chicago Public Schools. I'm here on the behalf of my chief, which is Mr. Philip Hampton, Chief of Family and Community Engagement. Also, we'd like to recognize there's a Kimberly Webb. She's Chief of Staff for 5th Ward Alderman Leslie Hairston. Now, what I'm going to do now, I'm going to turn it over to Chief LaTanya McDade, and she's going to name the schools.
Good evening. Thank you so much for coming out, supporting the Skyway Network and all of the schools, even our schools, some of the schools that are here just supporting other schools. That means a lot. So thank you for being here. I am going to name the 10 schools that will be speaking tonight. And each school will have 3 people that they can select to speak for your school. You can come up together or just stand while the person is speaking because the space may be limited. Some of you guys have some really big groups, which is awesome. But you can stand when it's time for your school to come up. So we're going to go in order: Ash, Buckingham, then Madison. And I know Ash is here. I saw Buckingham. Is Madison here? Yeah. All right, Madison, I hear you. New Sullivan is here. O'Keefe. I saw O'Keefe in Parkside, correct? I saw Powell. Is Revere? I didn't see Revere. Is Revere here? All right, Revere's here. Warren is here. And Yale. Is Yale here? Okay. So, kind of the same rules as the last community meeting. We want to make sure, 1, that we are respectful. 2, that we display the kind of behavior that our children would be able to emulate, that we would want them to emulate, right? We want to model that kind of behavior, that we teach them that you can have a voice, but with that voice, there's a way to be heard that's decent and in order, right? Respect given is respect due. And then the other thing is, after all of the schools on the list will be able to speak first. That's just the right thing, right? And then after that, those community members that have signed up will have an opportunity to come forward. And I'm going to turn it over to our facilitator for the evening. Todd is going to, Chief of Transformation, Todd Babbitts, is going to come forth, and he's going to give you just a little bit of background information that you need to hear. So listen closely, take notes, and take advantage of some of the knowledge that's going to be shared with you this evening, okay? Can we please welcome Todd?
Thank you. I'm going to be very quick. My name is Todd Babbitts, Chief Transformation Officer for Chicago Public Schools. I lead the Office of Strategy Management. The conversation we're going to have tonight is important business, as I'm sure you are all aware. We've got 330 schools in our district that we consider to be underutilized. What that means is that every dollar that we invest in our schools, in those schools in particular, doesn't impact as many students as we would like to be impacting. We started out with 330 underutilized schools. We've applied a set of criteria in a systematic, objective way across the city to get down to the number of schools that we are still having conversations about. It's 129 schools citywide. In this network, we've reduced the number from 36 down to 10. And it's those 10 primarily that we want to have the conversation about. For those of you that are wondering, why are these 10 still under consideration? The 10 guidelines or guardrails, the 9 that we applied, are listed on this page. I won't read them to you. You can all review them at your leisure. But what we want to hear from you today is about those 10 schools in particular, and the kinds of questions that we want to hear about are listed on this page as well. It's things like the additional resources that you feel that these schools need, the academic plans for these schools. What specific unique circumstances do these schools face? Let us know about specific safety and security concerns, and provide us with any additional information that you think we need to hear about. We will be listening intently. Hearing from the community is vital to this process. It is important to our CEO. It is important to all of us that you see up on this stage, and everybody that's involved in CPS and the decision-making that is underway. So with that, let me turn it back over to Network Chief McDade. Thank you.
Okay, with that being said, we are going to get started. I do want to just let you know, I already know what the answer is, but I'm going to say it anyway. There is an overflow room. For those of you who are standing, if you want to go to the overflow room, I just want to let you know that it is available. There are seats there. However, if you prefer to just remain in here, certainly you definitely can, okay? So we are going to get started with the evening. I'm going to turn the microphone back to our facilitator, and then we'll begin calling our schools, and we're going to start with Ash, followed by Buckingham.
I want to just remind everyone that there is a 6 minutes that each school has to speak. Right here, here's the timekeeper, okay? She will be flashing you, letting you know intervals on how long you have left. Also, we have a court reporter here, Robin Olchenkowski here. She's recording every word that you say. Every word that you say is recorded. Our CEO of Chicago Public Schools, Barbara Bird Bennett, will get all information. If you have any information that you have, any detailed information on your school, please turn it in to me, and it will be turned over to the CEO's office. So it's time to get started. The first school, come up.
Good afternoon. First, I want to address, these are the faces of the kids. I want everyone to look at the innocent kids. Oh, very good. Thank you, thank you. These are the kids that we want to keep safe. These are our future. We have some over there. We don't want numbers, but we want for you all to see faces. We want you all to see the faces of kids. My name is Janice Johnson. I've lived in the Chatham area since about over 40 years, okay? Now, I have my older kids went to Sabaro. We, in turn, changed the school over to Arthur Ashe, which his daughter came to the school. Now, my grandkids graduated from Arthur Ashe. I have 2 children left and a grandchild in Arthur Ashe. When Dr. Murray and Mr. Farrell came to Arthur Ashe, they began to share with the children and the community what they want to do and where they wanted to go with Ashe. They have shared with me and all the parents that came into the school these charts that tell us where our students are. And after they take the ISAP test, each year they have been at our school, the students have made progress. The charts keep us up to date. The charts show the percentage of students that are making progress. There are charts outside every classroom that tells how many students are successful on the test and the test that they take each week. Anyone that comes into the building can see the charts outside each classroom. They tell us how they plan to reach their goal. They have after-school classes, teachers that teach and do not get paid. They reward students for good behavior. They take students on trips after school hours. You always have to catch them because they are always in the classroom with the children. All the children know the principal and assistant principal. They are always everywhere in the building. They even teach classes. Ashe children need to be with their teachers. I know all the teachers in the school. I'm on the LSC. I'm on the parent patrol at Arthur Ashe School. When they need support, they feel comfortable asking the LSC and other parents that volunteer their services at the school. Not all parents in the community can participate, but it is not because the administrative staff at Ashe do not ask. Students come to Ashe from everywhere. I know they have children that have lived in other places and they came to Ashe. They are outside of our community. There is not a severe safety plan because the parents watch out for the students. They spend quality time with them. All of the students at Ashe know what adults they can come to when they need help. Everyday parents are on patrol at Ashe. I feel my children are safe. I feel the children are safe because we are more like a family community rather than a school community. We want Ashe to stay open so we can continue to watch over our children and make sure they're successful and keep them safe. I and other Ashe family ask that you can reconsider closing our school and keeping our children safe and ready for the future. We are fighting for the good. We are fighting the good fight. We have not finished our course. One personal thing I want to say. I was listening to the news, and Heidi's mother said, "No one knows how I feel unless you've been in that situation." I thought to myself, I don't know. I don't know what I would do if something happened to my kid. So, when you're asking your kids to go out of their boundaries and being a parent, I might have an idea. Think it. And I never want to experience that.
My name is Taylor. My name is Taylor Campbell, and I'm a proud and honored student of Arthur Ashe. Arthur Ashe to me is not just a school, it's a family. It's a place where I can go and feel safe and learn new things every day. It is a place where I can go and see friendly faces and friendly people and friendly teachers. I love everybody at Arthur Ashe, my teachers, my friends, everyone, even people I don't even know. Arthur Ashe has always been a place where I feel I could be myself. I enjoy myself at Arthur Ashe. I enjoy the activities, the after-school programs, and everything else in between. Arthur Ashe is a family. Arthur Ashe is not just a place you go to learn things. Arthur Ashe is a community. Arthur Ashe helps you with your problems. Arthur Ashe listens. The teachers at Arthur Ashe have helped me with a lot of problems. I have recently went through something very traumatic and very stressful. My teachers and the staff at Arthur Ashe has helped me through it. I am a better person because of Arthur Ashe. I know more things because of Arthur Ashe. I have improved at everything in Arthur Ashe. Arthur Ashe teaches you everything, and Arthur Ashe helps you with everything. Arthur Ashe is once again a family, not just a school, and for you to close it is unbelievable. Thank you.
No? Okay. My name is Mary Jedry, and I am a proud member of a beautiful family from Arthur Ashe School. The students at Ashe are not just students. When they walk through the doors, they know they are like one of our own sons and daughters. Every adult who either works at Ashe or is up at the school on a regular basis goes out of their way to make every student feel like they are part of an extended family. This is something we take pride in at our school. One of the things I've learned from teaching is I cannot do this alone. I need my colleagues, administrators, students, parents, the community, but especially I need Jesus to help me each and every day. So I learned to become a very prayerful person. One day I was in prayer and Jesus told me to stop spending my money at Dunkin' Donuts. Now to you, it may not be any big deal or have any significance, but for me, I was like, what? I'd have to have my coffee, and it was the one expense I didn't mind having. However, since I serve an awesome God, I gave it up. Jesus told me there were better ways I could spend my money. So the money I would have spent at Dunkin' Donuts, I've been saving. For Valentine's Day this year, I decided I wanted to spend some of that saved money on my students. I know how hard I am on my students, but more importantly, I know how hard they have been working the last year and a half that I have had them. I wanted to do something special for them as a way to show them how much I love them and as a way to acknowledge that their hard work and commitment to their education. So I made each of them a simple treat bag that consisted of a few small items. When I passed them out, there were many smiles, there was gratitude, and there was a sense of love. As I reflected deeper on that moment and the rest of the week, I thought about how their attitudes were even better than what they normally are. Maybe it's me, but I saw and felt a different kind of love that they had not only for me, but towards each other. And it really made me think about CPS. I thought, what if CPS showed my family how much they love them? One of the mottos of CPS has been children first. What if CPS actually showed my children that, yes, they truly are first? Would we have all the violence within our community if CPS took some accountability for showing love and concern for my students and the other families affected by the school closing? What if CPS invested in us and showed a commitment to us even though we are a level 3 school? What if my family, my students, just felt loved by CPS rather than neglected and thrown to the curb year after year because we are a level 3 school? What if CPS just showed my family that, yes, we truly do care, and we do believe that you can succeed despite what the statistics say. CPS is great at pointing the finger at teachers and administrators for failing schools. However, let me just share a few facts on how CPS has failed my Arthur Ashe family. First of all, everything's been a budget problem. Never has the board tried to find a solution that benefited my students. I remember one year we had over...
Ms. Gentry, it's me, Ms. McDay. About 30 more seconds.
Okay. Okay. So, I'll go to the end. If CPS is going to make decisions about closing my school and putting my family out on the street, why doesn't CPS make sure that the playing field is level throughout the entire district before these types of decisions are made? I shouldn't have to stand here and justify why we should remain open. CPS should be providing us with proof as to what they have done to ensure that our enrollment increases and how CPS has ensured that level 3 schools are provided with the same learning experiences as level 1 schools so that we can all achieve together. Oh, but that's right, statistics say our students won't make it. I'm sure you're probably tired of hearing about the statistics, but the truth is CPS needs to be aware of it. I have watched CPS for 15 years believe more in the statistics than in my students. CPS has neglected not only Arthur Ashe, but the entire Skyway network. You want to close our schools? Fine. But before you do, level the playing field so every student has the same opportunities throughout the entire district, regardless of what level their school is at. Channel the resources to schools that truly need it so they have a chance to survive. I am presenting this treat bag to you to present to Barbara Bird Bennett. It is similar to the one that I gave my students on Valentine's Day. Let her know that she has two choices of what she can do with it. She can do what the board has always done to the students at Arthur Ashe and in the Skyway network and believe in the statistics and just throw the bag away. Or she can keep it and let it become a symbol. A symbol that if this simple bag can generate so much love among my 8th graders, imagine what would happen to my students if the board actually made them feel like someone downtown truly cared about them. It's time that the board adheres and believes in their own mottos that they have used over the years. Children first, every child, every school. Educate, inspire, transform. I just ask that you think of one thing. Is CPS going to start believing in their students, or is CPS going to continue to believe in the statistics? I guess we will get your answer on March 31st. Thank you.
Yeah. All right, Skyway schools. It is 6 minutes per school, and what we will do to make sure we get, I really don't want to cut you guys off, I really don't. So what we're going to do is keep it at 6, and then once we get through the 10, we'll just start calling people back up. Is that fair? All right, let's go with Buckingham.
Hi, my name is Diantha Garcia, and I'm here to speak about Kate Buckingham Elementary School. Kate Buckingham is not just an elementary school. It's a special therapeutic day school. And this school is used to serve children with disabilities across the Chicagoland area. Now, what myself, a parent, the students, and the staff that are here with me today, what we can't understand is why we're on the list, period. It's no way possible that we should be on this list. These students come from across the city of Chicago. I don't have a Kumbaya song to sing for you today. I don't have a flag to wave today. I have one question to ask you today. Did we get on this list? I have an 11-year-old son that has been attending this school for 3 years. When my son let me tell you about my son first. This baby came to me as a blessing. He's adopted, okay? Number one. Number two, he already lost one home and you're asking him to leave another one. Number three, ADHD, fetal alcohol syndrome, bipolar. You asking him to go back to a school that said they couldn't do nothing for him. You asking him to go back to a community and a system that said they could not do anything for him. You're saying you're closing it, but you don't have anything. You're not telling me or him or the staff, anybody, what you gonna do for him. When the school closes, I said that wrong, because it's not. You're not gonna do it. I'm here. You're gonna have to get through me and every 39 parent that's there. You're gonna have to get through us. He has a special educational plan. Did you take that into consideration? Are you gonna do due process? What are you gonna do for my child? I don't wanna hear about numbers. He's already been disserved. He's already been thrown away. He's already been done that. What else you gonna do to him? And the kids that are just like him. Let's talk about who this school does serve outside of my child, because everybody don't have the same issues my child has. It's called emotionally disturbed. You will not see one child standing up here. You're not gonna see it, because that's not their fight. This is ours, us parents, to stand up for them. You have purple notes in your hand that explains what Buckingham represents and who Buckingham represents. All I'm asking you today is to take another look at this school. All I'm asking the CEO is to tell us, how are you going to serve our kids? Tell us how before you put us on a list as if though we are not special. As if though we don't have little angels that we're trying to raise to become productive individuals in society.
Thanks, Mom.
I want to say good evening to the board, to everyone that's here. The name is Pastor Linnell Willis, and I've been working with Buckingham since the new principal had come in a few years ago. And there are a lot of good things I could say about the school and about the community that the school serves and the community that serves with the school. But I kind of want to focus on this, that the criteria to be on the list to be closed, you guys have stated, and we respect that. Just that in reference to Buckingham doesn't fit that criteria. There is a utilization issue, and we understand that from, you have to deal with budgets and things that, all tied into that. But I believe the point of breaking is 69% and less and under for utilization. Right now, Buckingham has a 73% utilization. And since it is a special ed school, when we get the 4 calls or 5 calls per month for parents that say my child has a problem and needs some help, we have to refer them back to the school that they're in, that the child isn't getting any help, and then say go to CPS. CPS is controlling the utilization of this school. You guys have to refer students to the school in order for the school to meet and exceed the utilization that it has right now, but it currently has 73%. Even on the document there, you guys have the information about how many students it has. We currently have 39 students, by which one was just referred yesterday or last week. So if that process continues, then we'll continue to see what we've seen over the past year, which is a 39% increase in enrollment. So we're asking that you please take another look at what this metrics that you have set for closing the school, and then look at the barometers that have been set by the numbers of Buckingham, and I'm sure you'll find that Buckingham does not fit it, and that two, we can remove Buckingham and any school like it from this list as special ed once the board operates in a position of its power, and that is to refer more students to those schools.
We'd like to recognize the elected officials that are in the House tonight and give them an opportunity to speak. We want to recognize Alderman Roderick Sawyer of the 6th Ward. And we have Alderwoman Harris of the 8th Ward.
Thank you, and good evening, everyone. I just want to be very brief because I know it's a lot of people here for it's one great cause. We're all here for our children. I'm a little disappointed, not in the people that are doing hard work here, not for the parents. I'm disappointed for our children. This situation has gotten out of hand. This should never be this type of situation where we decide what school is open and what school is closed. We're putting good people against good people, and that's not right. I just had to come up here and say that. I just feel strongly that we should be concentrating on making all of our schools better instead of pitting one school against another. I was sitting there listening. You know, and everybody's advocating for their school, which is a great thing, and I appreciate that, and I understand that. But what we end up doing is we're pitting one against the other. You know, it's like we're fighting one another, but we all want the same thing. We all want better schools for our children. We want to have our community safe. We all want the same things. And I believe, and I'm happy to see so many people here today to express their concerns. And I'm happy for the board to be here today, the people that are bringing the information to the CPS. But this process is flawed. This whole process is flawed, and I'm concerned about it. So what I want to do, in the interest of time, and I know it's a lot of people that want to speak, and I want to make sure that everybody's voices are heard that need to be. But we need to go back. Please tell the administration we need to go back and revisit this process. This process is flawed. It's putting good people against good people. And that's not right. And I just had to say that, and thank you for your time. Appreciate it.
Good evening. Is Madison in the house, and where's Arthur Ashe? Ashe, okay, all right. Today, can you hear me? Did I cut the mic off? I gotta be closer, okay. I won't pull too much, let me do this. I'm gonna speak into the mic. I'm gonna take my 2 minutes. My Madison, my Arthur Ashe are the very fabric and the strength of my communities. What makes communities are the fact that we have strong schools, we have strong bodies, we have strong families, we have strong people. That's why communities were created. Schools become the villages that don't exist for African American children. It's important that we keep our villages so that they can continue to support our children. The only home some children know is a CPS school. When they walk through that door, they feel loved, they feel protected, they are cared about, they are concerned. So today, I stand before you and say, I will fight. I will fight to keep my community stable. I cannot afford to have any elephants left in my community. I got enough boarded up buildings and enough abandoned property. I cannot take it. So today I stand in support of Arthur Ashe for the leadership and the teachers, Dr. Murray, A.P. Farrell, who have worked like dogs day and night, staff that comes in unpaid, stays late, to make sure that our children can have a quality education. Today, I stand and say to you that we need to keep our schools, for our children, for our communities, and keep these villages strong, because we need to have support. All right.
The next school will be Madison, followed by New Sullivan. Madison, please come forward.
I would like to explain to you why you shouldn't close James Madison. Where will we go? We can't go to other schools because it's dangerous. Some of us don't feel safe. We will have to go to another area that is not familiar with us, and we're not familiar with them. People that might harm us. But at James Madison, we don't have to think twice because everybody knows everyone. As an old saying goes, it takes a village to raise a child. My village is the surrounding area of James Madison. I've been going to James Madison from pre-K to 8th grade, so seeing it close would be devastating. My childhood school close would have me feeling sad and depressed. Madison is like a home away from home. Madison is a generation of families. They have grown here, played here, learned here, and had good times at Madison. We would get to know you when you get to know the people here. The thoughts are going to be different than what you've heard. I used to think I don't care about Madison, but most teenagers feel that way. But in reality, we really do. Madison is a school that will help you grow, also a school that helps you with what you don't understand. I have grown at Madison. I have my ups and downs, so seeing it close will not only upset me, but upset the community. Let's not forget about other childs that attend Madison. I have many family members who are still a part of Madison family. To think they will not feel the experience and warm feeling of the home school like I have sends chills down my spine. The community that has grown from children to adult will lose the only community center they have. So when you consider closing Madison, you are not only closing a school, you are tearing a family apart. Thank you. All right.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Albert Kelly. I'm the pastor of the Lord's. My name is Albert Kelly. I'm the pastor of the Lord's Way Baptist Church, located 1250 East 75th Street. I'm a member of the LSC at Madison School, and everyone has spoken and said so many wonderful things. But my question is, where will our kids go? Where will our kids go? It's hard enough having them walk to school from their house, and their house is only a block away. Now you're talking about transporting our children across town and everywhere else through gang territories that are different and all kind of stuff like that. Who's going to be responsible for the safety of our children? Who's going to be responsible for that when another 15-year-old, another 8-year-old, another 12-year-old is gunned down because they had to travel somewhere else to go to school? Who's going to be responsible?
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Kathy Jeter, and I'm the local school counsel at James Madison. When you think of James Madison, you think of a community, a huge family. You think of an old proverb, let it go. It takes a village to raise a child. There's a lot of history you can see posted on the walls of students. Family members who have graduated over the years. We know academically we are one of the best neighborhood schools. Historically, we as a community value James Madison, our teachers, our principal, our assistant principal, and all other staff members that make Madison a community of survivors. Our family history book must continue at Madison. James Madison made the second list for closure. We need to make sure that we do not make that final cut on March 31st. The Madison community needs and wants your support in keeping the only access to education and community center that our kids can go to and be safe. We need you to step up and fight for what really belongs in this community. It's not, if not for your tax dollars. Churches, business, and community members need to stand up for our children. This placement is not a good placement. Thank you.
Yes, I volunteer up in Madison, and I just want to say Madison is the family to our neighborhood. I went to school there as a young kid, and I'm 59 years old today, and I still go there. There's generations that grew up in that school. The ones that come up under me, they have kids, and their kids have kids. It's been a family-oriented neighborhood for years to come. We need that. We have no centers in our neighborhood. We have nothing over there. And everything that they have done for Madison have been good for Madison, for our kids. The teachers come out and walk the neighborhoods. That's how we work over there. We need help. Please do not shut our school down. Thank you.
Ms. Sullivan, please come forward, followed by Park by O'Keefe.
Good morning, all. My name is Kevin McGowan. I'm the Dean of Students at New Sullivan Elementary School. New Sullivan Elementary School is located in the South Chicago neighborhood known as the Bush. We have 531 students from pre-K to 8th grade. These students include profoundly disabled, autistic, and English language learners. Since Mrs. McCoy took over our school, Mrs. Kathy McCoy, our illustrious principal, in 2010, We have retained every staff member minus one who took a promotion within CPS and several retirees who have worked for CPS for several decades. Our attendance has jumped from 90% to 93%. Our ISAT scores have jumped as well. 62% of our students meet or exceed state standards in math, 57% meet or exceed state standards in science, and 58% meet or exceed state standards in reading. Despite the fact that we are on probationary status, our performance policy rating has increased from 11 of 42 to 19 of 42. Last year, our school was 2 points away from becoming a Tier 2 school. This year, our academic priorities are to increase ISAT test scores by 10% across all grade bands. We want to ensure all students meet or exceed growth targets on the NWEA assessments. To meet these goals, we have developed school-wide strategic plans. We have formal and informal classroom observations. Lesson plans are monitored for alignment with Illinois Learning Framework and Common Core standards. We use an optimal learning pattern to ensure students' mastery throughout all content areas. We also have ongoing data conversations targeting the individual instruction needs of each student. What makes New Sullivan special? We are a community school, one of the only elementary non-charter community schools in the South Chicago area. We not only educate students, we address parental and family issues as well. At our school, parents, families, community members can come and take academic, social, emotional classes. We have before and after school programming in both academics and fine arts and performing. We have developed partnerships with Chicago agencies that address health, wellness, social emotional learning, and college and career readiness. To close New Sullivan will cause our entire community to suffer. None of the classes we offer are offered within a 1.5 mile radius of our school. And as we know, people who live in neighborhoods who mostly travel or by foot don't go more than 5 blocks out of their way to get services. To close our school would cause our students to cross gang lines they don't know, a small highway, as well as train tracks. To keep us open, we can continue the great strides we've made already with our increased learning, low incidence of bullying, and almost zero violence. Give us a chance, and we can increase enrollment as well. The McCaffrey interests, the city of Chicago, and the aldermen of the 7th and 10th wards have worked on a program called Lakeside Development. The very first phase of this development will build houses and buildings and businesses. These houses will be directly live in our school's attendance area. We would not be here if our school was not underutilized. However, what I bring to you, just everything else that these kids go through Monday through Saturday, the learning, the extra classes, the social emotional, the fine arts, the performing, the sports, I welcome you. Any other schools that may need to close in our area, we welcome those students. We have that room. We want to give more than just our current students, but what we all love here at New Sullivan. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Camille Tigg. I am currently an 8th grader at William K. New Sullivan. There are many great schools out there, and New Sullivan is one of them. They have an excellent staff and great educators. An enormous amount of programs are offered. Let's not forget, they love to see their scholars soar. The staff members and educators are just amazing. The cater staff provides us with a healthy, The cater staff provides us with a healthy lunch to keep us strong. The custodians keep the school clean. Teachers are doing so much to help us get what we need. They try and make sure everything is taught and understood. They are all truly amazing. A wide range of programs are offered before and after school. You have tutoring sessions, basketball, girls and boys, ballet, Spanish class, music works, etc. The choices are endless. There's got to be one you would love to do. I mean, how couldn't you? You can get extra help or have a little fun doing something you enjoy. Last, but certainly not least, their love for seeing their scholars soar, not just academically, but as a person as well. Working together, helping each other out. becoming friends instead of enemies, sprouting, going forward. In conclusion, the 500 plus students attend an astonishing school. They are surrounded by people that care. We attend a marvelous school. I should know, I've been there since kindergarten and I'm in the 8th grade now. William K. New Sullivan is great. We are a family on the rise. Thank you.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Ranulfo Valladares. I speak to you today as a parent and as a parent of 2 children who attend William K. Sullivan Fine Arts Academy. My goal tonight is to encourage you all to gradually consider our school as a viable option to remain open. My family is one that stays highly involved with all the children's education. I live in the community. I appreciate the way in which New Sullivan, our community school, has worked to develop the best in our children. My children and I always feel welcome at the school, and I have ongoing contact with the teachers. Our children have been lucky enough to work with over the past 5 years. I can tell you all that the teachers and administrators not only caring and compassionate, but they also have gone above and beyond, both in terms of giving their time to the children and all of the children who attend the school. I realize that financial times are tough. I also think it needs to be acknowledged that New Sullivan is a place where every teacher and student feels supported and valued. Our school is a place of hope for every children. My children's teachers are experts at what they do. They are true professionals. I hope to see the board do the right thing by our school and support all efforts in making sure that our children are the priority and decisions that they will be made over the next couple of months. New Sullivan is an excellent school, and I know as a parent that all children entering our schools be fortunate to become a member of our community. Thanks.
O'Keefe followed by Parkside.
Good evening. My name is Anita Kidd. I am here representing the O'Keefe School. My name is Anita Kidd. I am here representing the O'Keefe Elementary School family. I graduated from O'Keefe in 1976. My children has graduated. My children graduated. My grandson goes there. My nieces go there. We have 3 generations at O'Keefe School. Each morning, I make sure my grandson has his uniform on, and I have mine. We both head to O'Keefe to take care of business. His role is to learn, and mine is to support the educators and the school personnel. During my tenure at O'Keefe School, I have served as a member of the local school council, secretary of PAC, the parent organization, greeter at the main entrances, support for the cafeteria workers, coach for the after-school activities. You name it, I've done it. Closing O'Keefe would be, at a minimum, a tragedy. There's plenty of history, and the school is on the rise with the people and programs that are being implemented. Where will the students go? Have the numerous safety scenarios been acknowledged? Busing over 560 students to neighborhoods that are out of the realm of comfort comfort is simply cruel. Please consider that for our children. Closing O'Keefe will be a form of abandonment.
they have already experienced through parents disappearing, parents being incarcerated, deceased caretakers, the list goes on. The data, statistics, and numbers cannot speak to the social and emotional issues that will escalate if O'Keefe remains on the list for foreclosure. I have a question. It takes a village to raise a child. How many villages are you willing to close? Thank you for listening.
Hello, my name is Natasha Dunn, and I am the local school council community representative for Isabella O'Keefe. And I was wondering if you remember me from the last meeting. If not, I brought some more people with me this time to represent Isabella O'Keefe. See, I came last time by myself, and I was so sincere that I wanted to make sure that the voices were heard. I am a community member. My children do not attend this school, but I am very proud of my community, South Shore. I've been a resident for 37 years. I was born and raised, and it is appalling that you all are considering closing our schools. I was so serious that I knocked on doors. I talked to the community. I made phone calls. This is serious business, and let me tell you something, this number is going to be bigger next time. You say that our school is underutilized. I say that our school is full, bright, and busting out of the seams with potential. You say that our school is a level 3 school. I say that our school is a level 1 school with a world-class education and potential to teach our kids to be able to compete on a global scale. At Isabella O'Keefe, we've made improvements over the years. And I know because guess what? I used to substitute there years ago. And let me tell you something. 2011 and 12, 10 and 11, and even before then, it was not so good. But now we have made progress. In 2011 and 12, we made a 23% increase in the ISAT scores of the 7th grade students. Over 53% of our students are meeting and exceeding standards in the math and reading ISAT. We have formed partnerships with Concerned Christian Men, Black Star Project, FORM, to provide mentoring, peace circles, and also provide resources and uniforms for our students. You see, we have special parents. We have parents that come from different backgrounds. We have a very diverse community, and we need services for our parents. Today, when I was on the phone doing phone banking, I ran into a couple of those beautiful, special, dedicated parents, one of which is homeless. She sends her children to O'Keefe every morning. She lives in a shelter on the west side of Chicago. Okay? So this is what we're working with. We have special needs and we have dedicated parents. We also have Spanish classes at O'Keefe. Our children are taking foreign languages so that they will be able to compete in a global world. We have music. We have vocal classes. We have art, poetry, and spoken word. Whenever I walk in that school, I hear the children on the first level in kindergarten and pre-K. You can hear them shouting their ABCs and 1, 2, 3s with pride. We have incorporated 3 new kindergarten classrooms. Within those classrooms, those children are being trained. They're being taught. They're being given the tools necessary to succeed. We also have a strong collaboration with our pre-K program. So the children who are in the preschool program are being taught, and they're being funneled into our kindergarten program, prepared to learn and be successful. See, at O'Keefe, we don't give up. And we're not going to beg you to keep our school open because we know that our school is going to stay open. And we're going to do what it takes. Like I said, these people here, it's going to triple, quadruple, and then some. Just so you know. Thank you.
Can I say one more thing? Can y'all explain to this little boy why y'all gonna close this school down, please? Can y'all explain to all the rest of them out here why y'all gonna close this school down? Can y'all tell them what's the real reason why y'all closing this school down? Stop thinking about the money issue and think about how many lives y'all playing with. That's all I got to say.